Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in October, I did a video giving my list of my top 10 favorite Halloween movies, and now that it's December, I thought it'd be fitting to do my top 10 favorite Christmas movies. So yeah, I actually found this to be a lot easier than my Halloween list because Halloween movies also include horror movies, so there's a lot more to choose from. But I did have a really hard time trying to rank these movies because they're all so special to me and they're all very different and unique. So I did the best I could, but these are all so special to me, and I try to watch all of these before Christmas. So yeah, let's just get into the honorable mentions. I don't have as many of these as I did with my Halloween list, but there definitely are a few that I wanted to mention that didn't make it to my list. So the first one is Edward Scissorhands. This was pretty high up on my Halloween list. I feel like it's definitely like a Halloween and Christmas movie, but I feel like I think of it more of as a Halloween movie, so that's why it's not as high on my list, but definitely had to put that on here somewhere because I love it so much. And then we have Gremlins, of course, Home Alone, of course, A Charlie Brown Christmas, of course, The Polar Express, and Jack Frost, which is so sad. I cry every time, and I don't know why I used to watch it as much as I did when I was a kid. I used to watch it all the time, even when it wasn't around Christmas. And I don't know why I did that because it's so depressing, but it's a great movie, and I do love that movie, so had to put that on here. Now, starting off the list at number 10, we have The Holiday. The Holiday is one of my favorite romantic comedies in general. I love the story and the plot, and I don't know, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. It's just a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, you definitely should. It's really good. At number 9, we have Just Friends. I feel like this is my favorite Ryan Reynolds movie. I've seen it so many times, like probably 100 times, and it still kills me. It's so funny and a really good Christmas movie, so I definitely recommend that one as well if you haven't seen that. At number 8, we have Frosty the Snowman. I'm so sorry. I have a really bad cold, and I'm just like a mess right now, so sorry about that. But yeah, Frosty the Snowman. That's one of like the most comforting Christmas movies. I feel like it's just so cheerful and happy. And yeah, I love it. Frosty the Snowman. At number 7, Rudolph. This is another one that is definitely very comforting and sweet and cheerful and positive. And I loved how it was made. Even when I was a kid, I was really impressed with how this movie was made. Yeah, and I love the story, of course. It has a good message, and it's Rudolph. Like, how could you not love Rudolph? It's amazing. Okay, at number 6, I feel like some people are gonna disagree with me because I know I've heard mixed things about this movie, but I personally love it, and that is Krampus. So, Krampus is like a horror and Christmassy movie. I saw it in theaters and I just had a blast. I thought it was so fun, and I was a little worried about it being PG-13 because I was like, I thought maybe it would benefit from being a little bit more gory and violent, but I actually liked that it wasn't. I liked that it was tame because it kind of has that comforting Christmas movie feel, even though it has like a horror twist to it. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I really love that movie, and it is one of my new favorites. So definitely check that out if you haven't. I love it. I don't care what anyone says. It's a good movie. And number 5, Christmas with the Kranks. I actually saw this just last night. It is definitely one of my favorites. I saw this for the first time just a few years ago. I feel it's one of the Christmas movies that's more for adults. But yeah, it's so funny. It kills me every time. Yeah, I just love it. And number 4, Nightmare Before Christmas. This was also on my Halloween list. I feel like this one I probably see as more of a Christmas movie, but it is still like a good Halloween and Christmas movie. I feel like I don't have to talk about that too much because I probably explained enough in my Halloween one, but yeah, had to put that on here pretty high up on my list because it is a great Christmas movie. At number 3, we have Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. This one makes me so happy. Like, if I'm in a bad mood and I watch this movie, I'll just be in the best mood ever. It's so sweet, and I love all of the stories. I think there's 3, right? I think there's 3. They're all such great messages in each story, and yeah, I just really love it. It makes me want to cry. And number 2, The Grinch. I feel like my number 2 and number 1 are self-explanatory. I feel like everyone loves both of these movies. Obviously The Grinch, Jim Carrey's amazing, the story's amazing, it was a really well-made movie, so funny, has it all, perfect Christmas movie. And at number 1, Elf. This one is the number 1 Christmas movie I have to see. I'll watch multiple times before Christmas, usually the day of. Yeah, it's so funny, and it has everything. I feel like I don't really have to explain. Everyone loves Elf, right? I feel like everyone has to love Elf, or something's really wrong with someone if they don't. So yeah, that was my list of my top 10 favorite Christmas movies. Let me know what your favorites are. Let me know your favorite 10 or top 3 or your number 1 favorite. I'm really curious. What do you guys think of Krampus? Because I know a lot of people hate it, but I love it. I don't understand. I think it's really underrated. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on these movies. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!